my 7 top recovery tips. Recovery is a huge topic these days in athletic performance with tons of products and strategies. You hear a lot of talk on it, right? But this has been a hallmark of both Vespa and the OFM program for over 2 decades. Just ask any athlete applying the OFM protocols and using Vespa. Have a listen.
Oh, the recovery it goes off the charts. Like between the Vespa when I started, and I used Vespa for years as a traditional high carb athlete. And then when I added in the OFM style, using a keto diet as a tool, using carbs strategically, learning the timing of that, each time I adopted an additional level of it, my recovery just kept jumping. The more I used Vespa, the more I used OFM, I just found I'll go do a 50-mile training run hard with no taper, maybe the day before is a little low, and then a day or two easy after, and then I'm right back to a normal. You wouldn't even know the race was in the middle or the big training run was in the middle because it just didn't phase me up through 50 miles.
Why do the athletes we work with continually perform and often get better over time rather than broken down after a few seasons? Why are they able to race again within weeks instead of months? And most importantly, why are they able to perform well even into middle and older age? Here are 7 real-world solutions to recover faster, eons faster. Bear in mind, we are the pioneers and innovators in this sphere, and some of our approach and suggestions are radically different to those that offer band-aid fixes offered up by the conventional recovery approaches and products. Be sure to stay at the end for the real reason to the recovery equation. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Numero 1 is minimize your carbohydrate intake. Remember, lots of sugar is never a good idea because this creates a lot of oxidative stress and lactate load your body has to process and clear at the cellular level. Consuming a lot of carbs drives consuming even more sugar, and at a certain point, this erodes your metabolic capacity, further accelerating the decline in metabolic capacity and driving the need for more sugar. Pretty roundabout, but I think you get it. Numero 2. Train and exercise using the 80-20 rule. 80% of your physical activity should be done in an aerobic spectrum of metabolism, while 20% should be in the form of upper aerobic, threshold, and anaerobic intensities to provide the adaptive signaling to build metabolic capacity. If you're starting out on your OFM journey, keep your aerobic zone training well within your comfort zone so you can burn more fat. Numero 3, always perform a long, slow building warm-up of at least 30 minutes. Our real-world data suggests it takes 32 to 34 minutes for athletes to fully ramp up the internal energy pathways for sustained fat-based performance. Numero 4, if you are doing an interval workout or a HIIT workout, make sure the off interval is at least 2 to 3 times longer than the on interval to ensure full recovery between intervals, and this will get the CO2 and lactate out of the cells and recharge them with oxygen and nutrients to prevent cumulative oxidative stress and lactate load. 5, proper hydration. Staying properly hydrated has a huge impact on your recovery, especially during and immediately after physical activity. Be sure to properly hydrate per the conditions. While most people know they need to take in a lot of water when the sweat rate is high, many do not realize the extent of the electrolyte demand, particularly for sodium. 6, use carbohydrates strategically for that performance push you need when competing or doing tough workouts. Restricting carbs too much at this time can lead to adrenal stress, which impedes recovery. And numero 7, use Vespa. This is not a shameless plug for Vespa, but one benefit athletes ubiquitously notice across the spectrum. Again, don't take it just from me. Here's one more clip from a longtime Vespa user.
I just feel clear-headed. I don't feel that wah fatigue. I feel focused, so I can keep running and keep moving forward and not kind of, oh, woe is me. And the other thing I've noticed is even after a hard up and down hill where my quads usually feel like they want to kill me, I can still go up and down the stairs at home without crying. I'm pretty comfortable.
All of these strategies lead to the real point of the recovery discussion. Half of the recovery equation, at least half of it, can be virtually eliminated by simply preventing the damage of oxidative stress and lactate load through optimizing fat metabolism to minimize sugar metabolism. We've pioneered fat adaptation in the new millennium, and in conjunction with our research and development team of athletes, we continue to disrupt and innovate so you can reach your higher health and peak performance. So if you're experiencing poor or delayed recovery from your training and events and want the secret sauce to longevity in sport and life like people like Jeff and Diane enjoy, either grab a one-time sample pack of Vespa for $20 to experience what preventing the damage can do for your recovery without making any significant changes in your current diet and fueling, except that you'll need less fueling, that is. Or you can book a free 15-minute consultation call to learn how we can help guide you to higher health and peak performance.